Hey guys, once again, welcome back my channel, The Learning Destinations. I'm your host Avinash, and this is the second episode of my ongoing series, Data Mastery for AI. Now, in this episode, we are mainly going to focus on following topics like designing dataset for real-world ML use case, then schema design and validations, labeling and normalizations, and at last we will see that how to handle structured, unstructured and semi-unstructured data. So first up, we are going to talk about the data schema. Every production ready data set must follow the clearly defined schema. It means every column, value, type must be predictable. Okay guys, now let's break it down a production ready data set. So here firstly we are going to talk about data schema and validation, and it has mainly three pillars. Now in the next slide we are going to closely understand the each pillar. But first let's see that what are these three pillars. So these three pillars are define what each field means, enforce data type, date, integer, string, and use tools to validate it early, not after things break. If we consider all these three factors, then we will have a proper data set, accurate data set, then and after that when we train the model accuracy will be higher. Now let's understand these three pillars one by one. First is define what each field means. Let's suppose that we have a table and there is a three different field is there. User ID, sign up date, is active. Now user ID tells us the unique identifier for each user ID. So it may have the number assigned 105, 106 or 567, something like that, right? Then sign up date. So there will be a date. We can get to know that when the user is sign up. Then this field is active, whether the user is currently active, yes or no, right? So this avoids confusion like, wait, does it active means logged in or account not deleted? Now let's talk about the enforced data type, date, integer and string. And mainly I am highlighting here, I am bringing your notifications to identify the data types. Now in the table, there is a three different field, user ID, right? Now user ID is having the numerical values 101 or 102. And since it is a numerical values, we can say that the data type is integer. Here in the email, it's a simple text. We can say that, okay, it is a string value. And now sign up date, it has a proper date format, right? So we can say that it comes under the data types date. So this avoids mistake like someone entering hello where number is expected. Now third pillar is that use a tool to validate it early. So what does it mean? I mean to say that we must use a tool to catch up the bad data early before it is used in apps, reports or the models, right? So something we can set a rule in Excel, SQL or I can say that like Python to reject the bad data, right? Or we can use a tool something like that, great expectations data form, or I can say the pandas to catch up the things like that. The date is in wrong format. A string is used in number column or missing values in required field. Alright guys, now let's move to the next sections, and in this sections we are going to understand the messy data versus structured data. And I know that you will start taking interest in this course. So on the screen currently you can see that there is a data is given. Now I give a pause here and I let you think to identify the messy part. Okay, now let me tell you what are the messy part here. So you can see that there is a user ID. Okay, first let's talk about this user ID. So there is an inconsistency. Inconsistency, it means that here you can see that there is a caps I and then a small d. Okay, now here all is in lowercase. Here again is a combination of upper and lower case, right? So there is a first inconsistency. Now second we can see here about in the email ID, right? So here all is in caps, then here it is in a small letter. Now here we can see that the domain name is missing in email ID, right? The second inconsistency. And if we look closely about the sign up date, now here you can see that we have put the hyphen, but then we have put here oblique sign, then again hyphen, right? So this is what I have written. Inconsistency, key name in user ID versus user ID, name versus full name, right? So okay, so there you can see here also name is only alias. However, there is a second field which is given the full name. So there is a key and value given here, but then again in the key is not the equal. Okay, then inconsistent email case and missing email in one of entry, like here there's a missing entry. So this is the example of messy data. Now let's look towards the structured data. Alright guys, so now let's move towards the structured data, and on the screen you can see this is the structured data. And if we compare this data from the previous data, so we found that in previous data there was issue in the lower and uppercase issue, then there was a missing email ID, right? And there was a date format issues. Now here we can see that it is a completely clean data, and you cannot find the difference in any one of these sections, right? So it's a proper schema mapping. Normalizations like date format, email, lowercase, name case, validation ensures all required field present, right? These all are the standard practice, comes with the clean data. Then consistency and field mapping.
Alright guys, so now we are going to understand the three most essential part of successful data set, and these are labeling, normalizations and enrichment. First, let's understand the labeling. So if your data drives ML, then your label must be correct and consistent. Mislabeled data leads broken predictions. Now we understand the normalization. So normalization means scaling numeric values, aligning text like uppercase versus lowercase, and ensuring consistent units. Now enrichment is adding value like geocoding IP addresses or enriching timestamp with the time zones.
Okay guys, so in this sections we talk about labeling, normalization and enrichment. So this is what happens when data goes unchecked. So on the screen there is a two table, before and after. In before table, if we see that names like Alice and Bob paired with the product categories. However, in after table we see that the product becomes the name and category turns into animal. Okay, so this is not just a messy, but it's a misleading. So on the right, image labeling and map based tagging, powerful tool when used correctly. But if your data is flawed, even AI and map can produce false insight. And that is why it is critical to define clear data, then enforce to correct data types and validate it early before things breaks.
Now let's talk about the data types, because not all the data are equal. So when I say the data types, mainly there are three data types: structured, semi-structured or unstructured data. What comes under the structured data, like CSV and SQL database, is kind of structured data. Then semi-structured data includes JSON, XML and logs. And then unstructured data like text file, audio, PDF file.
Alright guys, now we come to an end of this episode, and here we discuss about structured versus semi-structured versus unstructured data. Okay, not all the data are same, but data structures makes a big difference. Let's talk about the structured data. So here we can see that there is a proper rows and column is given, and this is a valid schema. Although data are messy, but it is quite clean and it is easy for machines to read the data. Now, if we talk about the semi-structured data, there is a JSON file is given. So it doesn't fit in a table, but still it has a pattern in the form of key and value that tool can read the data. Now, if we talk about the unstructured data like PDF or MP4 file, it holds valuable informations, but still we need AI or some special tools to read the data from it. Okay, now as a data engineer, it's your responsibility first to understand the data type before working with it.
Now let me help you with the tool that can help you to filter out these data. So for structured data, you can use the AWS Glue and Redshift. Then for semi-structured data, you can use Athena Query and OpenSearch. And then you can use S3 and TextRect for unstructured data. Alright guys, so now coming to the end of this episode. So production ready data more than just clean. It's labeled, validated, enriched and designed for scale. So in the next episode, I will show you how to build a data validation pipeline in AWS using Glue plus Lambda. And hit the subscribe button. Are you serious about to becoming a data pro? And do comment me that which type of data are you working with right now. Thank you for becoming the part of this episode, guys. All the best.
So in the next episode, we will see AWS data services overview.